Yes or no? Are you getting what I'm trying to tell? See, my intention is not to show you how the program looks like. No, that is not my intention. My intention of having the session is to, just I want you to cross verify whether the programs have been, whether you have what is that to see whether if you have written the right program or not. Okay, whether you have written better or whether I have written better. Okay, so you guys, many are saying that I'm not done, not done, not done. Then why are you coming to the class? Just to see the programs? No, this is not acceptable. This is really not acceptable. I cannot accept this at all. Okay, shall we cancel the class? I'm really not happy. I'm disappointed. Shall we cancel the class? This, shall we cancel the class? No, then I cannot really take this up. Okay, when you see, I'll tell you something. I'll tell you something, right? Hold on, don't chat, just listen to me. Okay, see, when I say do assignments, see, this list and tuple was given, I think, last week, right? Yes or no? Last week you had lot of time to do here. I don't know how to make you understand. I don't know really how to make you understand. You have all 2 weeks ago, it was given 2 weeks ago, and these are very simple programs. Okay, by now you should be able to do it. Now tell me, why should I actually take class? I'm really disappointed. I'm really very disappointed. Oh, I don't know. I don't feel like taking class today. I came with a lot of hopes that you guys have done your assignments, and now you're saying not done, not done, not done, not done. Then what is the use of you sitting in the class? People have, people who have not done the assignments. Okay, please leave the class and do your assignments, and then you can do it by yourself. People who have not done the assignment can leave the class. Okay, there is no use you looking at the program, because that is not my intention. My intention is, if you have done the assignment and now I'm going to show you the programs just to cross verify whether you're done or not. Is that okay? Right now, so okay, so for those people, okay, for those people who have done these assignments or gone through these programs, okay, see, I'll tell you something. The problem what I see in students, okay, the problem I see in losers are because they consider these programs as some kind of assignments, right? See, okay, let me ask you this question. Did you laugh today? Did you laugh in 2 weeks? Did you laugh? Did you speak to your friend or something? Yes or no? You tell me your opinion. Have you spoken to your friend? Have you, did you do your normal work, or did you go eat something outside, or see, this programming should be like that. It should be like that, right? So it is another kind of fun to do, and you should do this and see the output. See, when I say assignments, doesn't mean it is like your college assignments where you actually come submit all these things to me and you're done. It is not that. Yeah, it is not like that. It should be your second nature. You should feel like, wow, man, let me solve it. And it won't even take some time. It should be your free time. It should be kind of your hobby. You should feel like, I am, what do you call, you should feel like very happy solving it. You should not take it as again an assignment I have to submit and someone is going to give you marks. No, yeah. When you go to companies, I'll tell you, there is no one to help you out. At least here Subhash is telling you, why did you do your assignment or not? In companies, they won't even, what, when you go to your company, right, in your college, at least when you don't do your assignments, teacher will come and scold you, but still they will make you do. But in company, there is nothing like, coming scolding you and all those things. If you're not done if you're not done your work, then gone case, they will see for 1 or 2 months, and immediately the manager will be very smiling at you. He'll keep smiling, he won't say anything else. And they, next Monday when you come to the office, you will not be, your ID card won't work, you will not be able to swipe your card because you are fired from the company. Keep this in mind. Okay, no, so don't think there is a manager who will come to you, ask, hey, did you do the work and all those things. Nothing doing. Okay, it's a completely different environment. Okay, if you're considering this like your college assignment, then you're lost. You have lost the battle. That's all. You have lost the course, right? It is not like your college assignments and all that. It's fun here. Come on, let's see how this, you have learned the concepts, you know the debugging part. Now how does this work? How shall I solve this problem, is what you have to look at it here. Anyways, for those people who have done the assignment, just cross verify whether it is, if you have done the right way or not. And if you have done the right way, just say yes, else we'll just check it out. Is that okay, guys? Okay, hello, is that okay? So for those people who have not even tried, don't be in the class. Please go out and, after in the night, you go and try out, and then we'll see. I cannot anyways take another class for this, but still, please go try out. There is no use, because if you are seeing my program, then your mind will stop working. It will not work. I'll tell you, if you have not touched these programs, if you have not, if you have not even tried doing this, if you have not even tried doing whatever all these things are this, okay. Radhika, I kindly request you not to chat anything else when I'm discussing over here. Please don't discuss anything else. I'm not really interested in all those things. Just listen to me, because when I speak, I don't want anyone to chat in the chat box. You're getting it? When I'm discussing something, I don't want anyone to put any things on the chat box. You understanding? You're getting it? Because people are focusing on your chat, not on me. I have that thing. You are supposed to just focus on whatever I'm speaking. That's all. Answer to my question. I'm not really bothered about what reasons you have. I'm really not bothered about it. I'm only bothered about my assignments and whether you're done or not. Guys, you guys have paid me money, and it's my responsibility to make you experts in Python. Okay. Just because you paid me money or attending the class, you won't become experts. You become experts only when you actually go and do your assignments, when you go and do your programs. Okay. And it should not be a burden. It is 2 weeks ago. That is why I'm not asking you every day. I gave you time also. You're getting what I'm saying? So I don't want you to actually discuss anything on the chat box. Don't give any kind of reasons. Let me tell you, if you have not done assignments and if you're still sitting in my class and going through my program, your thinking level will go down. You will not be able to think at all, right? If you want to become awesome Python programmers, then you have to try all these programs by yourself first, right? No, even if it is wrong, it's okay. I wanted you to try. I wanted you to actually have gone through this thought process. If that thought process has happened, then you sit in my class, then it's okay. I'm there to correct. If the thought process itself has not happened, if you have not even opened that assignments and seen, then let me tell you, you sitting in my class is of no use. You are actually breaking your creativity. You are putting down your creativity. Okay. So now I don't want to waste much of my time. Already 10 minutes are wasted. So now let me, for those people who have done the assignments, okay, who have at least tried, okay, it is for them. Okay. So shall we start, my dear friends? Yes or no? Just say yes, no. Shall we start? Okay. Now what is the first program? The first program is write a program to determine whether a given number occurs in a list nums. Okay, it means write a program to determine, I'm giving a number occurs in a list of numbers. Okay. Okay, let me see if I've done that program. Okay. Just check if you have gone through the same program. Okay, if you've done the same program, vi1.py. Okay. Okay, so guys, just cross verify this. So what am I doing? I'm using a list comprehension over here. This is a list comprehension. Okay, so I am taking the input to the keyboard. I'm entering 5 numbers separated with a space, and keeping the space as a delimiter. I am separate. I'm what is that? I am divide or splitting that entry, that is a string, and I'm taking all those values into this particular list and converting it to an integer. Did you understand this line? You understand this line? Hello, is this understandable, or I mean, did you understand this or not? You understand this or not? Okay, I'm taking the input through spaces. Okay, Akshada, if you did not understand, just cross think. No, think. Don't say I did not understand. I want you to think. I want you to think. It's okay, you told no, but I want you to think. Okay, I'm not going to explain here. I want you to think. Okay, I'm sharing the program. Okay, so just cross verify I've done, but I cannot explain because I want you to think. It is not I cannot explain. I can explain. It might take hardly 5 minutes for me, but your mind will not think. I can sit here. I can think. Okay, I want you to. I can sit and wait for you to think. That's all. I don't want to explain. If the moment I'm explaining, then you will not be able to do yourself. Okay. See, what am I doing over here? Okay, input. I've already given you this as in one of the programs, isn't it? Yeah, haven't I given you such kind of list comprehensions using split? I've given or not? I've given, right? So many programs we solved using list comprehensions, and Akshada is telling that no, I did not understand. What is there to understand in this? This is such a easy thing, right? Okay, so input function will take 5 numbers, okay, from the keyboard. I'm separating it. Okay, so like this, let me separate that and show it to you. Okay, so Python 3 1.py. Okay, enter 5 numbers separated by space. 23 space 34 space 45 space 56 space 45 space, how many? 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, this is the input. How is this taken? How is this taken? Tell me. How is this taken? Yeah, come on, everyone. Hey, this is taken as list no. Sorry, this is taken as string no. This is taken as a string no first. It is taken as str from the string, right? And then this string will be split with respect to what? This string would be split with respect to what? It would be split with respect to space, isn't it? It would be, and then after splitting it into the in the form and with respect to space, if I split, what will happen later? Okay, these, what will split return? It will return a list of Okay, it will return a list of strings, isn't it? And then each one I am actually converting it into an integer. Each one I'm converting this into an integer, isn't it? Yes or no? This one I'm converting into integer, this one I'm converting into integer, this one converting like this. Okay, and now this will become a list, isn't it? Yes or no? This will become a list, correct? So this is explained in one of the list. I have given you so many examples on list comprehensions and I've explained this. So this is very easy. I don't think anything is difficult in this case. Correct now, my dear friends? Yes or no here? Hello? Right? And now, okay, now I've created a list, and then what is that I told? Enter the number to search for in the given list. Now you tell me which number should I search for. Say for example, I'll search for 92. I will search for 92, okay, which is not there. So what will it say? 92 is not present in the list. Yes or no? I'll say 92 is not present in the list. Okay, now let me run it once again. Enter 5 numbers separated with space. Okay, so 23, okay, 34, okay, 45, 56 and 45, right? So this is one more number. Okay, so and then I'll enter say 34. When I say 34, 34 is present in the list. Did you see that? It is present in the list, right? So this is the program all about. So what happens here? So first I take the list. So did you understand this line, my dear friends? I mean, anyways, you have to understand. I'm not going to explain this. You'll have to go and try it out, whatever it is, no matter what. I want you to try it out. Okay. And then I'll say enter the number to search for in the given list. Okay, no? So we are entering the number. So this is the number which will take which number I want to search, right? And then I take that in the for loop. From the list, I'll take each individual elements one by one. Okay. And then if I see if that number is equal to num, if it is there, then the number is present in the list. Else I'll once I get the number is present in the list, I break out. If suppose none of the elements are present or it is matching this num, right? No, whatever I've taken, then I'll come to the else part and say num is not present in the list. Is that clear? Yeah, it's a very simple program, man. It's very simple program. If you have not done the revision, then you will find it difficult. Is that clear? Hello? Very simple ones, isn't it? Yeah. Okay, clear? No, everyone clear with this? Okay, see the program. First is to take the list, then I'll take the number which has to be checked whether it is there or not, and then from this list I'll be taking one value each time and I'll check whether that is equal to the num, whether it is matching. So from this list I'll take each number and I'll take whether it is matching with this num or not. If it is matching, I'll say it is present in the list and I'll break out of this loop. If it is not there, if it all the elements gets if every elements have been checked, then I'll come to the else part and say num is not present in the list. Is this the same program that you have written? Is this the same program that you have written, my dear friends? Hello, is this the same program you have written? Okay, same program but not used break. Okay, right. Okay, if you have used the same program, okay, might be it is not necessary that I would have done this right thing. Even you would have guys done the, even you would have written the better logic than me. Okay, it's quite natural that anyways I am older and you guys are more younger, so you have more fresh ideas and you will be able to write it much better. Correct now, my dear friends? Yes or no? Agree? Agree? No, I'm serious. I'm serious, right? So that is the thing. Okay, so shall we okay, sir, I've used not used. I did not, I did bit different. Not to, okay, by the way, you now you tell me whether this one is right or yours is right. Which one do you feel is better? Not right. Which one do you think is better? Yours is better. Okay, mine is better. Okay, okay, super. Mine means yours is better. Okay, cool, very nice. Okay, right now, right, very nice. List comprehensions are better. Okay, cool. Okay, different people have different opinion. Okay, no problem. Whatever it is, you're done. No, that I'm very happy about it. Love you guys. If you're done, it's really very good. Okay, now go to the second program. What is the second program all about? Write a program that prompts the user for a list of integers, stores in another list only those values between 1 to 100 and displays the resulting list. Okay, so write a user for a list of integers. So I'll have to again create a list and I have to see how many elements are there between 1 to 100, and that I'll have to store into some other list, isn't it? Yes or no? Right? Did you understand the program? Second one. Okay, so 2.py. Let me run that code and then I'll see 2.py. Can you give me some inputs here? Enter a list. Okay, so let me say 1, 2, 3, 25. Okay, 22, 34, 35, and 45, something like this, right? Now, what should be the output list? What should be the output list? Can anyone tell me? 564, something like this. Now what should be the output list? 25, 35 and 45. 25, 35, 45. Okay, so first list is this and the second list is 25, 35 and 45, correct? 25, 35 and 45, correct? No, right, this is the list, right? So okay, so how do I go ahead now? Okay, so vi 2.py. Okay, first I take an empty list. Just see, I'll take the empty list, and then what am I doing? I'm creating a list from the input. I'm taking the list from the input, the same thing that I did for the earlier program. Isn't it, my dear friends? Hello, is that clear? Is this line clear? Hello, is this line clear? List comprehension, right? And then okay, what is it I do? I take each element from this list, from one by one. I take from this list, and I will check. Okay, so first time I'll take the one number, and I'll check if that number is greater than 1 and it is less than 100. It means whether it is between 1 and 100. If it is between 1 and 100, then into the new list I'll be appending that number. Okay, this continues until I go through the entire elements in this particular list L1. Isn't it? Yeah, is it clear? And then finally, once it is done, I just print both the list. Is that clear? Right? Is it clear, super clear, or not clear? What do you think? It's very simple thing. Just taking each element. Okay, see guys, I want you to do this, understand this by yourself here. I want you to do it manually by yourself. Only then you will be able to understand. Okay, I wrote like this. It will reduce the code lines. I for I in first, and some. I did not understand what Ankur was trying to say. Anyways, if you have done better than this, still good. It is really good. Okay, fine. Shall we move to the next one? Shall we move to the next one, my dear friends? Hello. Shall we move to the next one? Okay, right. Next. 3.py. What is the third one? What is the third question? What is the third question? Write a program that prompts the user for a list of integers. Okay, stores in another list only those values that are in tuple valid values, and displays the resulting list. It means there is an inbuilt tuple value. Okay, tuple, and when I'm entering, I will be entering a list, and then those elements that I entered must also be there in this tuple valid values. Those will be the resulting list. Am I right? Is that right? Is that right, my dear friends? Okay. Hello, yes or no? What is Ketki saying? I use list compare. I did using. Okay, right. Okay, so let us see that. We first of all we'll see the code. What is written? Okay, what is my tuple containing 1, 2, 3? Isn't it? My tuple is containing 1, 2, 3. So now I'm actually creating. I'm taking a list from the keyboard. I'll take some list from the keyboard. And what should both have taken by user? Okay, cool. We're still good. It's still good. Okay, so what is that I'm trying to do here? So I'll take a list from here. Okay, and then I'll check whether those elements in the list are there in this tuple or not, isn't it? And if it is there in the tuple, then only those elements I would actually, oh, if it is not there in tuple, okay, only those. Okay, let me run this code. Let me see what is the output we get. Python 3.py. Okay, so can you give me some elements? Okay, let me say 24. Okay, let me say 24. Guys, 1 second. Guys, make sure that you don't 1 second. Okay, so 24 and 34. 1 second. 24, 34, 1, 2, 3, 45, 6, 7. Okay, okay, let me take some more simple values. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, now tell me what should be the resulting list contain. Tell me what should be the resulting list. What should it contain? Resulting list, yeah. Is it 1, 2, 3 or 4, 5, 6? If my question is properly understood, I think it should be 4, 5, 6, right? It should be 4, 5, 6. No, see here, what is the program saying? Write a program that prompts the user for a list of integers. Okay, I'll take the list of integers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Stores in another list only those values that are in tuple values. Okay, okay, correct. Then it should be 1, 2, 3. Stores in another list only those stores in another list only those values that are in tuple valid values and display the result. Okay, it should be 1, 2, 3. Then it should be 1, 2, 3. Correct. Okay, so second list is, but I've done the reverse. I think I've done the reverse 4, 5, 6. Okay, so I have taken those values which are not, which are not part of this tuple. Did you understand, guys, what I've done? I've done the reverse. I've done the opposite, right? No, so it's okay, but let us see what I've done. See if you have done something similar like this. Okay, so I have used a not in operator. I think you would have used in operator, isn't it? I think you would have used in operator. I would have used a not in operator. Am I right? Am I right? Okay. So now did you see that by this assignments you are able to use not in, you are able to use for, you're not, you are able to do list comprehensions. There are a lot of concepts you are able to use because of these assignments. Yes or no? By you will know how to use these you will know how to apply whatever you have learned when you're doing these programs. and you will not forget. That is what I want you to do. Okay, so did you see this append over here? You can recall this append function and all that. Okay, so is that clear? Okay, use list comprehension. Oh, by the way, what do you mean by use list comprehension? Even I have used list comprehension. Okay, okay, okay. It means that, okay, I understood. It means even for this you have used list comprehension. Is it? Yes or no? Is that what you're trying to say? Right? Even for this you have used list comprehension. Super cool. Very good. If you've done that, very nice. Very nice. Super, super. Very, very good. Okay. Wow. Super. Nice, nice, nice. Very good. I really appreciate. If you've done this, really good, then that is better. List comprehension is more better. Okay, right. Okay, shall we go to the next one? Okay, very good. If you're done, really good. Appreciate. Yeah, love you guys. Very good. Okay, now let us go to the next one. What is the fourth one? Write a program that prompts the user for a list of integers and stores them in a list. Okay, for all values that are greater than 100, the string Josh should be stored instead. The program should display the resulting list. Okay, so let me see Python 3 4.py. Okay, Python 4.py. Enter a list of integers separated by spaces. So 1, 2, 3, 23, okay, 44, 56, and 3, 38, and 99. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Guys, can you tell me what is the output of this? It should be Josh 23, Josh 38, and 99. Okay, only printed twice Josh. Okay, it is just to prove that. Okay, so the resulting list should contain something like, what you guys have told, that is Josh 23, Josh 38, and 99. Yes, but whatever, what is that I've done? 3.5. Okay, so list, is this the one? Is this the one, or which is that? 4.py, 4.py. Okay, so I'm just printing Josh whenever it is, greater than 100. I'm just printing Josh. But yes, you guys, have you guys put this into a list? Have you guys put this into a list? Hello, yes or no? Okay, wherever you get Josh, just put that, replace that with a list. Have you, how, I mean, what is it you guys done for this? Can you post the, can you, paste that if possible in the chat box? What have you done? List comprehension. How is that you are done? List comprehension. Okay, so Josh, if x is greater than 100, else x, what is that? Venkatesh has written Josh. Let me copy that. One second. Let's see. Okay, I'm just copying Venkatesh's code. Okay, just no, it's not happening. It's not happening. Anyways, chalo, no problem. So let me just check what you have written actually. N is equal to Josh if x is greater than 100, else x is greater than 100, else x for x in L. Guys, did you try it out? Did it work? Did it work? Is it working? I don't think those above things work. Have you guys tested it out? Have you guys tested it out? Venkatesh, did you test your code? Is it working? Venkatesh, is your code working or not? Yeah. Okay, then good. Okay, so while, okay, can anyone tell me how to change this code now? Can you tell me how do I change this code? How do I change this code? What is the thing that I'll have to add to this code? Okay, so Ashwin Kumar, for all values. Guys, stop chatting. Let me just check 1 second. Let me just check what Ashwin has done. Everyone can check. List, he's taking an input. Guys, I'm telling you, don't chat anything. Let me check. Okay, so Ashwin, can you unmute yourself and talk to me? Ashwin, can you unmute and talk to me?
Hello, sir.
Yeah, Ashwin. So what is that you've done? Can you explain me?
Well done. Sir, I just took the value
Okay,
for
first
x.
one is what? First you are doing a list comprehension. Okay, I
Yeah.
understand. Enter the list of numbers or this list. Okay, I understood. You are printing that list, isn't it? And
Yeah.
then you'll say I is equal to 0, then I less than length of list. Okay, length of list. If list of I, each one you are checking. If list of I is greater than 100, then list of I is equal to Josh. Okay, list of I is equal to Josh. You are changing its value. Okay, I is equal to I plus So 1, I is equal to I plus 1. The fine. Did you check this? It is working.
Yeah, it's okay, sir.
Okay. All right. Guys, any other? Shruti, what is not working? Yeah, Shruti, can you tell me? Can you unmute yourself? What is not working?
Hello.
Yeah, Shruti, which one is not working? Ashwin's code is
Ma'am,
not
I
working?
tried using list compression in that I used first JOS. It shows that it won't work like syntax error. So I tried using for loop and
And
then
it worked.
yeah.
Okay. So, okay, fine. Guys, if you post like this, I'll not be able to see here. My team is not here to check the assignments. My team will only check assignments in the WhatsApp group. So please don't keep posting. It's very difficult for me to, it's very easy for you to copy and post, isn't it? Hello, yes or no? It's so easy for you to just copy and just post it. It becomes very difficult for me to go through this. So hold on. Okay, so let me just check one by one. Hold on. Okay, so input, enter a list of numbers. Yeah, cool. Yeah, stop chatting here. Please stop chatting. Okay. So when you put a message, the code goes, upwards in the chat box. Hello, user int I for I in input. User, please. I'm just reading Ketki's. I think Josh, if I is greater than 100, else I. Okay, else I for I in user input list. Ketki, is it working? Is it working? For all. Okay, right. Okay, if it is working, it's okay. Right. End of the video. Okay. So guys, you at least understand how to work on this. That's what I wanted. I think in my program, I'm just printing the Josh. I'm not creating a list at all. Okay. Did you at least understand this? If you understood, that is good. Well and good. Yes. Okay. So as everyone got the output when you have done this, whatever ways you have used, no matter. Okay. But have you got the output now? First. Okay. So what you can do is, you can post your, okay. What I'll do, I'll open the WhatsApp group today. Okay. Done like this, sir. Okay. No problem. See, I'll do one thing. I'll open the WhatsApp group. Okay. So you take down this number and you can share your code once again and you guys can discuss, which is the better version. Is that okay? That is the best thing that we can do. Okay. Everybody have different ways of writing code. And, I'm really very happy that you have written that, different ways instead of copying. That is really good. Okay. Answer me this question. By doing by all by yourself, at least did you learn did you at least you learn the different ways of generating code? Do you feel confidence? Do you feel confident? Yes or no? Do you feel confident or you feel, wow, I've learned Python? Do you feel that? Okay, if that satisfaction is there, okay, if it is there, then really good. That's what I wanted you to do. Okay, cool. So good. Many have written better code than me. Very nice. I'm feeling so happy. I'm feeling very feeling, I kind of very excited. What do you say? I'm feeling internally very happy, right, that you guys have done better code than me. Very nice. Okay, fine then. So I'll open the WhatsApp group and you can discuss over there. Is that okay? But make sure that you don't spam it. Okay, please don't spam the group. That is the only thing. Please don't spam and disturb others. Just discuss. Fine. Yeah, cool. Very nice. Okay. So I'm feeling excited that I've done almost 25 programs in less than half a day. Wow, Booja, awesome. Yeah, fine. No problem. Anyways, chalo, let's now go to the next code. What is the next code that says write a program that prompts the user to enter a list of which is this? This is done. Write a program that prompts the user to enter a list of first names and stores them in a list. Okay, the program should display how many times the letter A appears within the list. Write a program that prompts the user to enter a list of first names. Okay, and stores them in a list. Okay, so the program should display how many times the letter A appears within the list. Okay, so it is Python 3 5.py. Okay, enter the names separated by spaces. Okay, so Booja, Ashutosh, okay, Deepak, right, and Ketki, and Deva Arasi, Deva, right? So now, so guys, how many times A appears? Can you tell me? Good, Ashutosh. Okay, so A appears 1, 2, 3, and 4, isn't it? So A appeared 4 times, right? So the output is right, no? Shall we try one more? We'll give one more input. Enter the names separated by spaces. So let us give Lokesh, okay, Subhash, Runal, Jay, and okay. Now, what should be the output here? What should be the output for this? It should be 3, is it? 3 has appeared 3. I mean, A has appeared 3 times. Okay. So shall we see the code? Shall we see the code? See if you have done the same thing. See if you have done the same thing. Yeah. or better than me. I mean, no matter whatever it is. I think you guys have become experts in list comprehensions. Very good. Awesome. Okay. So here to count variable, guys. Okay. So what I do here is what I'm doing here is that I'm taking a list. I'm taking a list over here. Okay. And I'm taking an input and I'm separating it with respect to a delimiter space, and I create a list. And then what am I doing? I'm taking each names from the list. Okay. And then I am counting how many letters are there in each element, right? So the first name, second name, third name, and each time I get an A, I'm actually incrementing the by number of times, and then I just print it. Is this right? Same thing you've done? Is this the same? Every time I take, okay, every time I take an element, I am actually counting the number of times as A is repeated in each element, and then I increment that number of times. That's what I'm doing. Num plus num of times, right? So if people who have not done, and if you're not understanding this, I would request you to please go through this program once again. Whatever I'll be sharing this code with you. I want you to go through this. Take a pen and a paper and start, going through that line by line by line. It will definitely work, right? So that is the only way, my dear friends. There is no other way. That's the only way that you can learn. You have to put in little bit of effort. Okay, one by one, line by line, you will have to go through the code. It will work. You will be able to understand. Okay, right. So guys, shall we proceed? Shall we go to the next one? Is this clear? Because this, I'm not telling you how the code works. I'm only showing you the right code. I think you should have done this assignment by yourself. Is that clear? Hello? The second thing is that you have to go through by yourself, one by one by one. The moment I start helping you out, you will not, your creativity comes on, your mind will not think. That is why. Okay, by showing this code itself, I'm doing a big mistake, I feel sometimes. Okay, what is the sixth one now? What is the sixth one? Write a program. Okay, write a program that prompts the user to enter integer values. What is that? Write a program that prompts user to enter integer values for each of two lists. Okay, it then should display the lists are of the same length, whether the elements in whether the list are of the same length, whether the elements in each list sum to the same value. Okay, and whether there are any values that occur in both lists. Okay, whether there are values that occur in both lists. Okay, shall I first run this code? Run this code and see what will happen. Let me clear the screen first. Enter the list, first list. Guys, what are the three things that it has to do? Can you please separate that with comma and tell me what are the three things it has to do? What is the first one? It has to see the length. Second one is it has to see the sum of each list, is it? Okay, enter the first list separated by spaces. Okay, same length. Okay, but enter the first list separated by spaces. How do we enter the first list separated by spaces? Okay, let me see 23. Okay, so I'll take a small 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Enter the second list separated by spaces. Okay, I would say again 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. Okay, so the output are both the lists are of the same size. Both lists doesn't sum to the same value exactly, and both lists doesn't sum to the same value. Okay, 2 is present in both lists, 2 is present in both lists, 2 is present in, okay. Guys, did you understand this? There are few numbers common in both lists is what I've just told. Is that clear? Shall we give one more input and see? Ankur is telling over here I gave option to the person who runs the code by giving if else statement. Okay. Okay, cool. All right. So let me run this code once again with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So what does it say? Both lists are of same size. Okay, both are of 5 length. Both lists sum to the same value because of the same elements present in both the lists. And 1 is present in both lists, 2 is present in both lists, and 3 is present in both lists, 4 is present in both the lists, 5 is present in both the lists. There are few numbers common in both the lists. Okay, guys, is this clear? Is this clear with you guys? Hello? Shall I open the code and show it to you and see if you have done the same thing? What is the number? It is 6, right? Vi 6.py. Guys, just cross verify. Bhuja's written at last I have printed how many numbers are. That's good. That's cool. That's really nice, Bhuja. Very nice. Okay. So guys, tell me here what is happening. Present I've taken. See if you have done the same way. First I've taken a list. Okay. You have used zip function. Okay. Okay. So then I took another list. right? And then I'm seeing whether the lengths are of same or not. So this will tell you the length. Is that clear? These 4 lines is a code for seeing whether the length are of the same size or not. Is that okay? Hello, is this code okay? This section of the code, if else, clear? Is this clear? And then I am doing the sum of both and seeing if both are of the same sum or not. Yes or no? And then I'm using, a for loop, that is inner for loop, to see if one element is present in a list or not. It means I would actually see, where is that? Okay. It means first I'll see whether 1 is there in this list, whether 2 is there in this list, or 3 is there in this, or 4 is there in this, or 5 is there in this. So I'll just try to compare whether these are same or not. Okay. And then I'm trying to do it. Okay. So the idea of this program is to make sure that you use inner for loop so that you understand using it. Okay. If you use a zip, that is really good, but still, okay. My intention of giving this program was I wanted you to use for loop so that you'll know how for loop will work. See, the idea of giving this, code is, when you keep doing more and more, okay, what happens is that automatically these concepts will go and sit in your head for a long time, and next time when you're thinking of a code, this will automatically come from your head. That is the reason. Okay. Okay, is this code clear now? Is this code clear? If it is not, I want you to actually go through this code one by one by yourself. Is that okay? Right? Okay. Now, what is the 7th one? Write a program to modify or replace an existing element of a tuple within a new element. Okay, so a tuple will have an element and we'll have to replace the tuple with another element, isn't it? That's what it says, right? Write a program to modify or replace an existing element of a tuple with a new element. Okay, so just see, I think 7.py t is 1 2 3, tuple is 1 2 3. Let me see. Okay, yeah, Ankur, what is the doubt?
Sir, he was telling about zip function, right?
Hmm.
But if we consider 2 strings or 2 tuples and then zip it up, then it will only check with the first one, like the first element of first list. And yeah,
Remember the size?
no, sir. If for one list is 1 2 3 4 5
Huh.
and other one is 6 7 8 9 10,
Huh.
then 1 and 5 will be zipped, right?
Okay, correct.
But one there could be a list wherein it is 5 4 3 2 1. So in that case, it will see only 1 and 5. So in that case also, it will say that there is no number which is been repeated,
isn't it? That's a
Yeah.
valid point. Yes, that's a valid point. Zip will only zip the first element and the corresponding elements from each sequence, isn't it?
In that case, we have to give inner for loops only,
Yes,
so
yes,
that
yes.
for every element we can check the iterations.
Okay. So Ankur, guys, can you please clap for Ankur? Please clap for Ankur. That's a very good. Just say clap for Ankur. Okay. So clap for Ankur. Right. By the way, did you understand what Ankur was trying to say? Guys, did you understand what Ankur was trying to say? Yes, no? No? Okay. 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 So the thing is, people did not understand what you are trying to say also. Anyways, no problem. Ankur,
Should I explain again?
No, it's okay. So I'll give them an assignment, right? Now listen to me. Okay, give them an input so that they will actually, what is that? They will try their program for that. They will try, I mean,
first list would be 1 2 4 7.
1 second, Ankur. Guys, take down this input. He's giving 2 inputs. I mean, for 2 sequences as input. Now you will have to try this if whether if your program actually works with Ankur's input or not. Okay. So don't put anything in the chat box for now. So Ankur is going to give the input to the chat box. So please don't type anything. Ankur, you can go ahead and type it in the chat box.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Due to okay. What is that? L1, no? List 1 is 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, 1 2 4 5. Ankur, waiting for your next input. List 2 is 3517. So guys, if people have used a zip function, okay, so make use of this input and see if your program works or not. Okay, right? So we'll go to the 7th one now. Thanks, Ankur. Thank you so much. Okay.
Okay, sir. Yeah, thank you.
Okay. Right. Now go to the, what is the seventh one? I forgot. Seventh one was, okay. So replacing an element from a tuple, isn't it? Replacing an element from a tuple. Okay. So guys, if you have done the same thing, existing tuple T 1 2 3, printing it, replacing a value 2 in the tuple to 5. Okay. Okay. Have you done the same thing? Or if you have done something better than me, then really good. I would feel happy. I made tuple of list. Okay, tuple of list. Same, sir. Same. Okay, almost same. Okay, right. Fine. Okay, shall we go to the next one? Shall we go to the next one? Shall we go to the next one, guys? Hello? Yeah? Okay. Write a program to modify or replace an existing element. It's done, right? Write a program to find the first occurrence of an element in a tuple. First, I do not understand this. What is this? Write a program to find the first occurrence of an element in a tuple. Okay, so let us see what I've done. Okay, Python 3 8.py. Enter the element separated by commas. Okay, 1 comma 2 comma 3 comma 3 4 comma 3 comma, okay, 5. So the tuple is 1 2 3 4 3 5. Okay, enter an element to search 3. So element position is 3 1 2 and 3. Okay, is this the program all about? Is this the program all about? You will have to see the first occurrence of the element, isn't it? You have to find. Okay, so I'm considering the first one as the first position, 1 2 and 3. So this comes to the third position. Okay. Okay, so is this clear, guys? Is the program clear? Is the program clear? Hello? Is the program clear? So by the way, guys, I just want to ask, I felt initially of the class, I was a little bit harsh. I was harsh, or how is it? I went out of my control. What do you feel? I can see hardly 169 people attending my session. I'm seeing it now. Okay, so I really went out of control when I heard that most of them have not done assignments. Okay, so I felt really, disappointed. I came with a lot of excitement to show you programs, and I felt you're doing it, right? So I give you 3 days time to do the assignments, yeah, right? I really felt really, suddenly, I can see in the number 169, the lowest number of people attending in my session. It used to always be 200 plus people who are attending, but now I don't know. I think people are only old students are attending or something. I don't know. Anyways, chalo. VI guys, please do your assignments. Yeah, they are, please do assignments. They are programming now. Okay, right. So okay. Okay, guys, don't worry about this try and except. I'll be discussing this in in a separate chapter called as exception handling. So don't worry about it for now. But just see if you have done the same thing. Okay, I used break. Okay, I used break. Okay, so better than break is always try and except. But I know you don't know this. I'll be explaining this in exception handling. So just check if it is right. So I'm taking the element separated by commas. Okay, and then I'm having a list comprehension over here where I'm creating an list and then converting that into tuple once again. The tuple is tup_print, and then I'll ask you to enter an element to search for, and then I'll see whether what is the index of that particular element, and I print the position. Okay, so I'm just saying position +1 because instead of starting from 0, I'm just saying it as 1 2 3. It's in the third position. Is that okay? So index would have been the second index, but the position is the third position. Is that clear? Okay, I've used a for loop, and after finding the position, break the loop. Okay. Okay, fine. Which one do you feel good, Bhuja? Which one you feel? Which one do you guys? I mean, have you done better than me, or what do you feel? This is better, or yours is better? What do you feel? My intention was I wanted to use this function index, so that method index, right? So that you'll understand when you go to interviews also, you will be able to do that. Okay, so in the interview, there are few interviewers who will expect you to know the built-in functions, and few interviewers will like that, without using this built-in functions, they want you to write the code. Okay, so if possible, you can do that both, right? So you write both the versions. First you write this version, and then if suppose the interviewer asks you to change, then and there change it. Okay, so in an interview, especially in an interview, when the interviewer asks you to change, then if you want to change it very immediately, then you will have to definitely you should have practiced so much that automatically your mind will take the necessary route. Like say for example, when you're using your Google Maps, what happens? You are going in one route, it shows one route, and automatically you miss one of the route. What will happen? It will do the rerouting, isn't it, my dear friends? It does the rerouting, right? Have you noticed it? Rerouting, it will show you the next best route, right? So immediately your mind should actually be like that. It should reroute and give you the next best way of solving the problem, and that comes only through practice. Yeah, there is no other way. There is no other way. How much ever, whatever you go to anyone, even if you go to the person who has implemented Python, you will not be able to do until you practice it by yourself. Okay, this is what it is. Okay, so guys, is that okay? Shall I go to the ninth one? Shall I go to the ninth one, guys? Yeah. Okay, ninth one is write a program to accept, the element. What is it? Write a program to accept element in the form of tuple and display their sum and average. I think this is a quite simple one. Just see if this is the one that you have done. The sum and average. Okay. So, right. Okay, so have you done the same thing, my dear friends? Yes, you've done the same thing. Find the sum. Okay, so in an interview, they might ask you, see, listen to me. In the interview, they might sometimes ask you, don't use built-in function, do it manually. So see what you will do here. That time, you're getting what I'm saying, my dear friends? So interviewers are there, they'll say, don't use the standard, the built-in function, try to do the sum by yourself. So in that case, what will you use? Tell me. In that case, what will you use? Okay, what will you use in that case? Okay, so basically you will make use of a loop, right? So try to do that. Okay, right. Okay. So next we have write a program to add two matrices and display the sum matrix using lists. Okay. So how many of you have done this? 10th one? How many of you have done 10th one? Have you done 10th one? Guys, have you done 10th one? Okay, just cross. By the way, what do you mean by matrices? Okay. So have you done the same thing? I've taken one list of list. This is list of list. Again, another list of list, which will act like a matrices. Okay, and then I've taken just a resultant list without giving any values into it. It means I've just initialized it with 0, and I'm taking each element from one list and I'm adding it to the other list with the other list. Okay, so this is what I've done. I iterate through the rows and I iterate through the columns. Couldn't do 10th one, sir. Why? Yeah, why you would not do? Okay, so it's very easy. See here, it's very easy. Try doing it. Can you do this? Use zip function. Okay, can you try this? I took input from the user. No problem. You're taking input from user is okay. Good. If you're taking user, see, always you'll have to see the rule of thumb. Keep this rule of thumb. Whenever you're writing code, make sure that it should be very, very generic, right? It means that you're not supposed to hard code values like this. This is a bad practice. Whatever are written over here is a bad thing. Okay. But I've shown you just how the list will look like. It is easy for me to explain, but always make sure that you have to take the input from the keyboard, right? No, it should be generic, it should be dynamic. Is that okay? And if you have taken the input to the keyboard, that is good. That is always good. Okay, it's always good. And unless you have some standard fixed values which will not change at all throughout your project, it is not going to change. In that case, you can make it as hard coded values like this. But when you know that you can have any kind of input, okay, which is if you know that the data is not going to be fixed, then always make sure that you take the input through the keyboard. Okay, you will have to take user input dynamically. Is that okay during runtime? So is that clear, guys? Okay, I think you can go through this program and you will be able to understand. Is that clear? Hello? Okay, not okay? Yeah. Right. So okay, so Shruti has made appended to list. Okay, no problem. Okay, how to get list of list as input from user. Okay, Booja, try it out. Yeah, very simple. Okay, list of list dot. Okay, you can take it out. List of list dot dot. Okay, it's very simple. No, how to get list of list as input. Okay, it's very, very simple. What is complicated? How you take for single list, you can do it for list of list. List of list, that element dot. Okay, or see, you can do always like this, right? So that is open the square bracket, 0th element, close the square bracket, dot, whatever it is. You can take it like that, or you can even create a list comprehension for even that also. Okay, so try that out, Booja. It's very simple. It's not as complicated as you think. It's quite simple, and you can just think and you'll get it. Okay, Booja? Yeah, sir, mine is different, but not a list output. You should, I think the output should be a list, no? Using lists. Okay. Anyways, how many of, okay, so fine, guys, did you understand this? Shall we go to the next one? Okay, next one. Yeah, okay. So anyways, I think I have not done bubble sort over here. So did you go through how bubble sort works? Guys, have you gone through how bubble sort works? Yes or no, everyone? Okay, so right. Anyone wants to explain or anything? Or can you do it yourself? Bubble sort, will you be able to do it yourself? Hello? Yes, no? Guys, quite simple bubble sort. Just go and refer to some articles or something. They will actually tell you how this bubble sort works. Okay, now tell me. Okay, so should I do the function? Have you done the function assignments? Function assignments. Okay, so shall we go and check out the function assignments? Right? Shall we check the function assignments now in the similar way? Okay, cool. Only 6 programs are there in functions. Guys, only 6 programs are there. Okay. Oh yeah, I told you to do all the remaining programs using functions, isn't it? Okay. Right. So what is that? Okay. Tell me what is the first one? Yeah. What is the first one? You guys, can you please type it? No, sir. Second one contains 20 programs. Okay. Okay. Yeah. You will have to do all those previous programs. Correct. That is what I understood. What is the first one? Yeah. Can you tell me what is the first one? Can anyone convert temperature? Okay. Python 3 1.py. Enter F for Fahrenheit to Celsius or C for Celsius to Fahrenheit. Okay, I got it. So C, I'll enter C. Enter the starting value 45. Enter the ending value say 89. And what is that? I get this. Okay. So I'm basically converting from when I say C, Celsius to Fahrenheit. Okay, from starting value 45 to ending value 89. Is that right? Yes or no? Is that right? Hello? Yes or no, guys? Okay. Right. Okay, cool. So I'm just going to open, and this has to be done using functions, isn't it? So just see if this is what you have done. See if I've done from where it starts from a main context. That is from here. Enter F for Fahrenheit to Celsius or C for Celsius to Fahrenheit. And so I will be giving an input over here. Okay, whether it is F or C, whatever it is. And then I take the starting value that I'll go and sit in start. And then I'll take an ending value that will go and sit in end over here. And then I take the range function to generate a range of values from starting to end. And so I get, each time I get a temperature, I'll call the change function. Okay, change. And I'm also passing whether I'm passing the temperature that I've entered, right? And I'm also checking whether I have to convert that from Fahrenheit to Celsius or Celsius to Fahrenheit based on this. And then I will actually return the result, which will come and sit in result. This is how it is. Is that clear? Yeah. Is it right? Have you done any other better way? I've done use lambda function. Oh, Sophia, very good. You have done use lambda function. Very good. If you've done lambda, nice. Good. Okay, it would have been generic. Nice. Okay. Guys, is that okay? Is this clear? Simple program, no? It's a very simple program, right? So I would suggest you to actually do all the previous programs using functions, so that writing functions will again become your second nature. Is that clear? Hello? Right? Okay, right. Shall we go to the next one? Next one. What is the next one? Yeah. Can you tell me what is the next one? What is the next one? Just give me a hint, I'll get to know. Write a program with function name check 0 that is given 3 integers and returns true if any of the integer is 0, otherwise it returns false. Okay, got it. Python 3 3.py. Program to find 0 is present in given integers. Enter the number 1, 2, and 3. So what should be the output? Result is equal to false. It means there are no 0. Okay, let me run it once again. The second run 1, 0, and 0. Result is equal to 2. It contains 0. Am I right? Is this what I asked you to do? Right? Okay, so vi 3.py. Just check the code. Is this what you have done? Is this what you have done, my dear friends? This is what you have done. Hello, yes or no? Yeah. Okay. Done with lambda. Okay, cool. If you're done with lambda, really good. Right. See, it's not about done. Did you actually work and did you get the output? Did you get the output after working? Okay. You have used list for taking the numbers. Why did you use list to take the numbers? I asked you to pass 3 values, no? That's what I asked you, right? Pass 3 values. Anyways, but I wanted you to pass 3 values. Anyways, it's okay. No problem. Okay. So guys, did you write and did you get the output? Yeah. Okay. If you got the output, that's great. Okay. But got output. Okay. No problem. Okay. Vi 4.py. Okay. What was the fourth one? What was the fourth one? What was the fourth one? Yeah. Guys, can anyone copy paste the question? Rutul, thank you. Yeah, Rutul. Rutul, write a program with function named check low to high that is passed 3 integers and returns true if the 3 integers are in order from smallest to largest. Okay, got it. Python 3 4.py program to check given number is of order smaller to larger. Okay, so 1 2 3 result is true. It is larger to from lower to larger, isn't it? So now let me see 4.py. Okay, so 9 8 4 false, so it means it is not in the larger in the ascending order, correct? Now let me show that code to you. See if you have done the same thing. See if you have done the same thing, something similar to this. Have you done something similar to this? Okay, yeah, because in files, because the next chapter is all about files, and it's going to be, the assignments are going to be super cracky because you'll have to use lot of loops, this and all that there. Okay, so if you've done this is the preparation for the next level assignments. This is okay? Fine, guys. Shall I go ahead? Yeah, okay. What is the fifth one? What is the fifth one? Write a program with function named is divisible that is given a positive integer n and a second positive integer m that is less than or equal to n and less than or equal to n, and returns how many numbers between 1 and n? Between 1 and n. Is it 1 and including n or 1 in between? Okay, it's between 1 and n are evenly divisible by m. Okay, not sure what I've done. Let me see. Python 3 4.py. It's the fifth one, right? It's the fifth one, right? This is the fifth one, right? Vi. Okay, let me run that. Python 3 5.py. Okay, enter the number. What is the enter the number? It's a number n, so let me enter 5. Enter number that is less than or equal to the previous number 3. Okay, so okay, I've taken number 1 and 5 has been excluded. Did you see that? I've excluded 5, but if you include also, it's okay. If n is included also, it's okay, right? So 1 2 3 4, and guys, is this giving the right output? What is that? What was the question? So I have to see if how many numbers between 1 and n are evenly divisible by m. M is 3, and how many numbers between 1 and n are evenly divisible by 3? Yes, there is only one number that is evenly divisible by 3, isn't it, my dear friends? Yes or no? So only one number is in the list is evenly divisible by 3. Okay, so see if you have done the same thing. See if you have done the same thing, my dear friends. This is not needed. This is not needed. You can do it even without this. While just see how to handle this. I'll tell you this part. How to handle. I'll tell you using try and catch. Okay. Is this something you have done? I've used list comprehension over here. Something similar? Okay, right. Okay, what is the next one? Write a program with function print name that display I love you name for any given name passed to the function. I love you Subhash. I love you Katrina. Is that okay? Right, so easiest among the assignments. Okay, guys, is this what something you have done? Yeah, okay, fine, guys. Hello, is that okay? I think you guys have done, right? Fine, yeah, nice. So shall we catch up with a new lesson tomorrow? Okay, it's going to be super awesome. The concept is all about files. We'll discuss how to deal with files tomorrow. Is that okay? Clear? Okay. So do you want me to open the group for your discussions or something like that? Do you want me to open the group? Just think so that I don't want to actually, spam the group. That is the only thing. Always spamming the group is, bad. So do you want me to open the group for discussion? Okay, I'll be no. Okay, no need, sir. Yes, sir. Okay. No. Yes, sir, for 1 hour. Okay, I will open the group for 1 hour and I will exactly close it. See, the reason I close it is, when I ask you to submit assignments, you will submit, just 1 minute before the class starts. by then, you know what happens, we would have shared the link, and if you start posting after the link is shared, then the link would have gone somewhere else in the WhatsApp group, and people will complain saying that the link is not found. That is the reason I don't want to spam the group. Anyways, the group will be open for 1 hour, okay, so that you can discuss whatever you want to discuss. Okay, so and tomorrow we'll be discussing the files. Is that okay? By the way, did you enjoy the session? Did you enjoy the session? Yeah. So was it useful? Do you want me to share these two things, the zip file of these two chapters assignments? You want me to share the assignments of these two chapters, my dear friends? Yes. Yeah. Okay. I will share it. I will share it in the group. Okay. Fine then. Yeah. So meet you tomorrow. Okay. And with files chapter. So until then, if you have not done any of the assignments, please make sure that you do the assignments, and please go through bubble sort before coming to tomorrow's session, because it's very important. Okay. There is one kind of assignment in files which might require bubble sort. That's the reason. Okay. So having said that, I would share the zip file. Don't worry. So meet you tomorrow in tomorrow's session. Until then, take care. Bye bye. Love you all so much. See you guys. Bye.